Alrighty, boys and girls. We are about to do one of really what it ended up being one of the least favorite things about this game for me, which is Tower. But it's going to be done forever after today. Hope you guys are doing alright. It did not get any easier after this change. With the power rankings. In case you miraculously haven't noticed what's happened to your power ranking, let me get rid of some of the. Well, okay, so you can see like Slinger's up there, right? He's a leader. He's only at like 23k, even though he's maxed out. Has some of my best. He's like arena runes from my best damage set, best crit chance set that could go with it. All these characters got boosted just like thousands. And it has made me start getting real teams at floor 4. It is not fun. So we are gonna get going here pretty quick because there's no way that I am going to be failing on this. So we will definitely be setting up early rounds. But you can look even here. Here I've got a 103k team to start off. Thankfully a couple nubs in it, but still, and I hope no one is offended if I express any kind of frustration or whatever negative thoughts towards people that I may climb over. If we hit I work for beers today, you're going to hear some language. So that's fair warning. He has arguably the best mods in this entire game. His mods are absolutely obnoxious. He probably has spent more exclusively farming mods than I have spent in the entirety of this game. He probably spent over double that. That is not a diss. That's just like, I don't understand how that isn't math. So I tried to set up a few teams early on here. I still don't have Frank. I was basically just planning on getting him from farming and the free-to-play tabs of the his event that should be starting here in a couple days. So this is the team I currently try and set up. If I was doing this with Frank, I would swap out Amara. But yeah, we're going to start banging. What's really great about Kyra is she is able to put in the ability block on Tromgars or any other tanks that people might have in the beginning, and that's really, really useful. So like in this case, basically I'm just going to restart until Kyra manages to ability block Tromgar here, and that's, it's going to happen more than once. Is the tower got so much harder. I haven't gotten as frustrated at tower yesterday as I have in a long time. It was pretty rough. Now I will say, and this is something that was true before they made the most recent change. If you were pretty high total hero power before the change, I was like 970 or something. I don't remember what I am now. But the top of it actually gets easier because for whatever reason, some merciful people in my shard run these comps with like Solius Nightiel, Patriarch Chi, Cruel that are managed to be actually higher power teams than the actual hard Zera Slinger teams that I end up facing most of the time. And so it's kind of one of those, like, once you start seeing like a Solius team again, you've reached the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's see. I want to try and take Corcoran so we can try and avoid getting to his AoE. Let's go. I've also used just kind of Tromgar as like my substitute tank the entire time when I've been prepping teams, just so the actual tank for that team will have full shields. But since Adam actually has a little bit of shield gen, of course. I wasn't paying attention over there. We should be okay at this point. There won't be too much damage going on, I don't think. Hope. We're just going to go ahead and just bang around a little bit. And I don't care too much about Kyra's cooldowns because I know I'm going to be using again, and particularly with this Tromgar out here countering everything. And of course, there's zero way to get around tanks with this particular build. One of the other reasons you would definitely 1,000,000,000% use Dr. Frank if you had him is that the days he would apply would prevent any of that crap from going out. I really don't want to have to restart this just because I spaced and did not re-put ability block on the Tromgar. But this is what you get to spend like an hour and a half plus doing every day as a result of how they changed this tower. Because before, I would have like an 89k team to start off and prep these teams on the lower floors. Now I don't have that. We don't get that anymore because, you know, I love the devs overall. I am seriously questioning the gamer IP, the gamer IQ of some of the people who are making these decisions, like these types of decisions, because as soon as I heard how they had done it and saw the impact, I was like, this is going to make Tower way worse. Why? How? What did they use to try and create this new difficulty out of it? And, you know, we've had radio silence the weekend other than Emerald Dragon mercifully coming on and making the game work again. That little hiccup last night. But yeah, this is not what we should be spending most of our time on in this game. If Tower is the thing we are spending most of our time on in this game at this point, and you have a really developed roster, something has been built wrong. It doesn't make any sense why, as a developer, you would want that to be the case, especially as people are about to have Battlegrounds coming out. And so that's why one of the big things I've been advertising to the devs that they really need to push, like, packs for, or like some kind of ability to complete more frequently. Because right now, you know, just because Kyra's 50% is a lie, you know, this will be great video for any devs to watch. Again, like, tell me your math is real after watching this video, because we just had 5 attempts and Kyra's applied ability block once. That's, you know, 40% of her supposed application rate. And she has never gotten resisted. She's just only actually attempted 20% of the time. Okay, now we're at 33%. I am ecstatic. So we're going again. I decided to take out Tromgar again just because the enemies are so much harder now. I'm still adjusting to the new, because again, this was just yesterday when all this came out. So hopefully we get a stun or two from him to kind of help things go a little quicker. I'll have enough attacks coming in. See if I can get like AoE to finish her off there. I will probably get back around to that slow. I'll go ahead and do it. Yeah, hopefully placing out a Tromgar just means that we don't have to worry about ability blocking him again. Let's go ahead and take out Mar expeditiously. Oh, how did he already have it drop? How was it 2 turns? I'm crazy. We need to... Another thing you can do with Tromgar is you can exploit the fact that basically at a certain kind of damage, he will actually prioritize his heal instead, and he'll do that instead of taunting, which is super helpful. So apparently Tromgar was the key. Tromgar is the magic man going through. Now hopefully we get a decent amount of turn meter here. Hopefully we get Kyra through at the front. I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can. Her AoE does a little more damage. I was hoping we could get out of it without burning Murdoch, but we still got pretty solid turn meter out of it. It would have been nice if Kyra could have done some crap there, but alas. Alas. Yeah, so anyway, Goblins is one of the teams I like to work on at the front. Next team I will start prepping is kind of my non-climb meta characters. So I have like a climb team, that's the team I use pretty much on every fight, and then I'll have Kind of like some other components that I could potentially swap in between this team and the other team that I'll use here in clans in a sec. Because Kyra is on my climb team, so her slot kind of doesn't count, but Kyra is just super helpful with applying the ability block, applying the invisibility, particularly early on whenever you kind of have an extra turn of it, in case you want to prevent anyone from getting at your characters before the tank comes out and does it. So, nope, that would be a no ability block. What are we at now? 2 for 7? 2 for 7. Go Kyra. Two for 7. Who we got in the chat today? I think I saw we got 0 in here. And feel free, just as while we're here, just to kind of share anything y'all are kind of feeling about all this stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna no. So okay, we are 2 for 8. We are 25% ability block application. I didn't have to do this before the power adjustment, but with how awful yesterday was, and now I'm like doing a live stream, which is like definitely my last one ever. I really want to make sure it's my last one ever. So I'm gonna take a little bit of extra precaution here. But this is kind of the new norm until they hopefully again like Ninja fix. I don't know, just some of the stuff they're great about listening to. 2 for 9 attempt rate for our girl Kyra. They're great about listening to some stuff, but for like those Thallon changes, one of them was literally like a change I suggested, and then the other one was kind of a modification of a change. Like some of that stuff they'll listen to but for whatever reason, just other stuff, not so much. Three for 10, y'all. Riding that 30% the whole way up. All right, now we're going to focus down Kyra just like we did last time, because we don't want her given the taunt in the exact same way. Even though these AoEs are definitely going to stink. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and toss this on Freezard just to make that a little less problematic, hopefully. Hopefully we get an assist at some point from Kyra, but as we all know, she on the couch today. Thankfully, Tromgard has decided to play. Of course, that heal was going to come in just in time, but still no assist from Kyra. Need to get her butt off the couch. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to throw that taunt back up. We will definitely be able to clear him. I will at least try to throw in a little ability block on here. Okay. It's probably not going to happen. So we're just going to go ahead. Sweet. Okay. Now we just slow roll on the Darien. Climbity, climb, climb, climb. Man. And really the whole goal with this one is to try and get Venomate in particular with as much turn meter as I can. So I'll say here's where we're going to get the miraculous Kyra assist. Okay, I basically just did that because I wanted to guarantee I would get Venomate with at least a little bit of turn meter. Do I want to? No, because I'm not going to. So this will be the last time I'll end up using her beforehand. So got a little bit of turn meter there on those demons. Danger trolling me over here. Okay, and then here's where I do kind of like 3 setups for clans, one of which is essentially my climb team, and then I do 2 setups for order. It's gonna be nice. Like after today, I'm not even gonna need to have this preset here. I'm not too picky. I just basically just want a couple of these guys to get a lot of turn meter, and then I'll basically add in Ember and usually Hilda just to tank and take the damage in the 3rd floor side room. What do we want to do? What's nice about having Cruel is that she's just going to be able to invis his bullet. Let's go ahead. I try to keep the attention on Patriarch Chi with this. Come on. Oh, that's right. I was like, why is she faster? Cause for a couple tournaments ago, I had boosted my Nightingale speed so she would actually go before Cruel, but now that's actually a problem for my tower. Didn't notice that yesterday, I guess. Oh, come on. This is the kind of crud that, like, again, you're dealing with this on floor 3. There was not comprehension of what they were doing whenever they did this power. They were not considering tower at all. There was not conscious, educated thought. I wish that wasn't the case, but it's you know, there's nothing. I don't get anything from wishes. Like they were trying to fix it for Battlegrounds in particular, but there was definitely no calculation of what it was going to do to tower. Which again, my whole point is that we need to be shifting from spending our time on tower to spending on Battlegrounds anyway. So we got a couple peeps with turn meter. I'll probably keep Cruel. It's really nice if you can get her with a ton. Oh, that's the dream. Thanks, guys. Wait, can you guys hear my? Can you hear an echo? You trying to troll me too? You and Danger both. I can't. We can't have both the mascots trolling me. Maybe do you have like a second window up or something? Okay, so gonna go ahead and take out Freezehard and Nightingale, and then add in Ember and Miss Hilda. So yeah, but basically once we get to floor 4, it is going to primarily be just one team from 4 through like 9 or 10, and usually by 10 or 11 we start to actually get some of those Soleus teams back around I was talking about. Then life isn't as bad. So we're going to go ahead and clone that Soleus so he can take a little bit of action from our Soleus. I think I want to give this to Ember just to let her crank out a little more damage because we were a little light on the damage here. Of course he did. We're going to go ahead. Who do we want to... Actually, we're going to go ahead and armor out. See, good little Soleus because he's not... you know, for whatever reason, those kind of like summon stuff don't really apply to him. Unfortunately, we're going to be right after the Tromgar taunt instead of right before. That would have been a little more ideal. Who do I want to give this to? Guess I'll give this back to Ember just because she's lowest turn meter. And I'll keep his butt alive. Because as soon as that taunt goes down, I want someone else in the background to be able to eat stuff. Man, you wouldn't think it would be this hard to kill a Gear 9 Freezard, but with the Chi lead, you forget how much extra damage you get from that Soleus lead whenever you switch to Chi. The weak sauce is real. Do want to be a little careful just because we did use that AoE with Ember. I want to have all my tools available to me whenever I use her again. My Soleus team saved me against I Work for Beers, who, if you missed earlier, is basically the bane of my existence in this in this game mode. He is in my arena shard, and he has arguably the best mods in the entire game. Like, I know there's some other notables who have really good mods, and they've said, "Oh my gosh, look at my speed and my whatever," and I just show them screenshots of I Work for Beers mods. I'm like, every single day I get this guy in tower. And basically, unless I have like max turn meter on all my guys, yeah, I need to use a substitute team. That's how bad it is. I think I should be okay to burn this. She'll get at least a turn or two in there. And hey, you know what? Actually, that's not even the worst thing for her to get stunned, because it means she won't be doing damage. And that means it'll take a little longer to get through it. Let's go. Let's see. Do I want to give out the armor all? No, that's fine. Yep, so she'll be fine. If I can get my... Ooh, please don't kill him. Dang it. This is such crappy turn meter. If he had had his armor stance on and not his attack stance, I would have done it, but there's no way Ember wouldn't have killed his butt. And thanks, Zeri. Thanks for the encouragement. This is, I'm telling you, the floor 4 yesterday was a full-on Zera team. And I was just like, floor 4. Have any of you guys done towers since all this changed? Somebody is back. I thought about getting an IDL, but his Soleus is built a little more. Frickin' go. Give me some armor. Get some taunt. Might as well take away his cheat death, even though freaking Soleus is gonna come around and take away our happiness. Hey, we even got the clear taunt from that. Okay. Now he did. Let's go ahead and finish off an IDL, just in case you got any funny business ideas about dispelling taunts a little later on. Yeah, no, I hear you. And that, well, and Zeri, that's what I was kind of saying before you got in. To me, it's just absurd that this is the thing that we spend, that people who have been playing day one are still spending most of their time on over the course of a day. Like, even more time than, like, tournaments and any of that stuff, and it did not get better with the power adjustments, at least not for people who had been kind of focusing on the right characters. Man. Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun, just banging my head up against this random Soleus for like 5 minutes just to hopefully get some decent turn meter so that I can beat like the 6 straight Zera teams I'm about to face? Doesn't this scream like a really well-made thing? That we can't even kill them. This third floor side room Soleus, like, relatively effectively. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, what it's literally such a chore that people don't want to do it. So either people are playing not having a great experience while they're doing it, or they are and it's just this like painful painful experience. And this is we once Battlegrounds is in, this should not be a thing that we are spending a lot of time on. I'm trying to think how, because at this point I'm in a pretty good spot to get some decent turn meter up. I think I actually just want to attack. He shouldn't kill her because he's got pretty reduced damage. Ember should come in, and even though Ember is someone I would love to get set up, Cruel's the main one I care about, and I'll have Soleus pretty high as well, so you can't get everyone. Yeah, no, Zeri, I've talked about the same. I've talked about a few different types of packs or things that they could sell for really cheap. Like they could gate something behind like a weekly timer, and like maybe have it be like a premium thing, like the ads too, to where the weekly timer's released. But like for $1, automatically take care of like 5 to 10 auto towers. Like, are you telling me there aren't a ton of whales that would buy those packs like right out the gate? Psh, there are a ton of whales who would buy that crud. All right, and then this is kind of our last little setup team, and then basically I'll assuming as soon as I get hard work with a decent amount of turn meter, then I carry on and replace him with Kyra. Yeah, but here's the thing, because if people are worried about like tower and like Battlegrounds comes around, they're just gonna feel completely overwhelmed, and it's gonna like just generate more attrition. Because the rough thing about like going with this comp is the fact that I will not have any way to give attention to these guys now since they've reworked the minion summon situation. Right? That's what I'm talking about. 99p. I have been in the UK just once. Went to the London Olympics. Let's see. Yeah, Eyeless, I trust me, there are so many people. I mean, there are so many people in your exact position. People who have like are responsible for the funding of X percent of some large number of the amount of like just payments this game has gotten that have never even wanted to bother with it because of how I've said from the beginning, like they once they had the Soleus meta come in, it was pretty much impossible to expect people who like had tons of money to spend any time doing it, and that they needed to use, just like they had filler teams for Arena that we would fight initially, they need to have the same thing for at least certain fixed floors of the tower in order to not only give us like just interesting comps to play against that we're not playing against, but also to see, unfortunately, here, I'm actually going to use this turn meter boost here because I want to get Hard Orc up as high as possible, and then everyone else will be pretty set up for the next round. You'll still have his stun up, but it only does take 3 turns. So I'm like, hey, you know what? Have the floors 10 through 12 not be those teams, but just be like maxed, faction exclusive teams, and have it be like a random chance which one it'll be. Playing the same team over and see now, before it was a Soleus team, and now it's a meta. it's a meta team. I mean, we can look and we can see, like, yeah, pretty much everything max. Missing. First of all, okay, we are gonna talk a little crap here. Look at that mod set. What do we have going over here? Oh lord, what is going on? What is this mod situation? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Shankar. I can't even tell you how relieved I'm gonna be. The people in my life are relieved at the fact that I'm gonna be finally not having to do this anymore, because it's a pain in the butt. Now, where's my Kyra? There she is. Boink. Oh yeah, for sure. Auto hard mode is auto hard mode is auto R mode. Mm. So let it begin, ladies and gents. So how I've been handling this is basically try to control. If especially if I know I'm going to be able to get out my summon, I actually don't worry about more Doom. I want him to bring out the summons, and I want him to waste his the curse on one of the minions that I'll actually be able to force him on with Kyra. And I mostly just worry about controlling Shadar, killing Kyra, and then kind of depending on how much damage I've got else and whatever else is going on, going after I can't think with my words in my brain. And whenever I have a ton of like Termir at the front, I'll actually use the curse earlier on to slow him more than I would have otherwise. I like stunning Kyra because then she doesn't have a chance to ability block people like a little jerk. Hopefully we would have gotten these three up here because it means they're going to be invisible for one last turn. We may actually go ahead and ability block more Doom here because I think they're going to come out because all my characters are faster than his because he didn't even mod. If he had modded his more Doom remotely appropriately, I wouldn't have done that there, but because he did a bad job of ruining his more Doom. Are we even going to get Kyra? Give me a freaking break. For like 1k damage, we get to restart that. All because his more Doom is freaking modded like a dingus. WP Godot, figure out how to mod. At least you are using great arenas. I fought multiple Solis teams in here. Yeah, I know, right? For people, oh my gosh, for people who kept with it. See, my problem was I just got so burned out and I had a lot of big stuff going on in life. So for like a month, it was so sweet just autoing normal. Oh, and just getting something without knowing I was just having to put in so much freaking ridiculous time that I got addicted to it. Trying to think. Actually, because they are so fast, I can actually probably save my Invis another turn in order to prevent from wasting. There we go. That's what we'll do. We're going to go ahead and try and do a number on Shadar here. In just a split second here. See, it seems like they're faster than they actually are. Because now, miraculously, my Kyra's not able to get there, but whatever. We'll just heal her up. See, it's just... I just wish people would make life easier on me, you know? Get dead, Shadar. Because the one debuff that Hard Work decided to get rid of was the one we actually cared about on you, the ability block. But that's how math works for the AI in this game, as anyone who has played it understands. There is an echo? I have no clue what could be. There's only one audio input source. Let me look at here. Yeah, there's only one audio input source. I'm not sure. See, I'm getting mixed opinions on the echo. Let's get rid of our little jerk. Okay. Is anyone else going to come around in time to finish him? I don't know. I figured I'd at least try and stun. Those little suckers are going to come in a second here and finish him off. I'm going to let them Finish him off here. Let's just go ahead. A couple people a little low. As you can see very quickly, it's like I'm on floor 4 and I'm already just, hey, by the way, you are going in with no shields with all of your characters on every single run. Isn't this fun? But it's okay, because it's going to be done. So you know what? Nothing's going to stop me now. Nothing's going to bring me down. Something might make me get a little crazy a little later on here when we see I work for beers. F in the chat for I work for beers. Is anyone in his guild? Oh, Turtly Awesome. Okay. You got it. Unfortunately, I think the best comp in that new tournament actually utilizes the Lake Burn team. It's not going to be very good on defense, but you're going to be able to beat pretty much everyone on offense if you use Lake, Ember, obviously Shaolin, and Sergeant Pigwald, and then Amara. Especially if you have like a weaker Shaolin, like basically all of us do, the AI will just focus on Shaolin by the time you're able to get around all that burning rotation stuff. I have no clue what could be going on with the Echo. I've never... I really don't. If I did, I would do something to it. Well, hey, at least we got like a Xantara in here. What are our speeds like? Hey, 200? We'll take that. Lovely little people. Lovely little people. Making life a little not too crazy. We're going to keep going. Life goes on. Oh, I can't wait to get Dr. Frank. I know, it's like I'm going to get Dr. Frank right after I'm done clearing tower, and like I won't really have a use for him again besides random tournaments and crap until Battlegrounds comes out. Who do we want ability block? It'll last 2 turns. So if we can hit Shadar, I'm going to give it a couple tries here. I'm not going to get too obnoxious with it. But just because there isn't a hard work on here, if we can hit this on Shadar early, it means I can focus on slowing the Slinger, just so he puts out less damage. And again, just get more Doom to waste his curse on one of the summons. Oh, yeah, the gold crunch is so... Well, I was looking because, you know, we just got dropped with like 5K. I just got dropped with 5K Dracoins from the auto ticket config. If anyone's keeping track, we are now at, I'm pretty sure, at least for first turn ability blocks, we were at 3 for 12 with Kyra in attempts. Not even successful attempts, just period attempting it. So if the devs are watching, now would be the time to ninja fix all the AI crap so that things happen the same percentage of time on offense. Everyone's going to find out. Echo has gone good. Oh my freaking gosh. 3 in a row here. See, I should only miss the first 3 times in a row. 1 out of 8 times I've done it, and yet it's happened a little more frequently than that. All right, we're not going to do it on this one. If it doesn't happen on this one, I'm just like, all right, devs, you win. You win. Just got gobs ready for Thallon, putting resources to Pride. Yeah, for sure. I had been... What I did first was kind of boosted what I considered the core 3 for each faction, because we didn't technically know which ones we were going to have. I really did feel like it was... Oh, sweet. Oh, lord. We got it. Okay. So, we're going to put this curse on Slinger. Because, again, whenever they're lower, if they were a little higher out and I knew I was just about to boost this Kyra, then I would have actually done it the other way around. Let's go ahead and just put some damage on Kyra. They might actually get out here in front of everyone because of all the extra damage extra turn meter I'm giving them. Thank you. All right. So now we get to have our little peeps come in, give out that summon. Great. And now, hopefully, their Mordoom can just manage to come around and have his freaking turn before all the invis is gone. That's the dream. Go ahead and just get a bigger hit in there. But anyway, it was kind of like boosting the core 3 for Goblins and Pride, which to me, the core 3, like indisputably for Goblins, was GM, IG, and Adam. And then the... thank you. Barely got it off before Renara's right about to come out. Ugh. Let's get rid of Shadar before he gets it done. How are we critting so much with no crit chance on this team? And we lost Renara. Renara just got, like, basically two-shot by a Mordoom basic on a speed set Mordoom in Zantara. Like, that's what I'm talking about. This is what you get to do for Tower. This is what Tower is. Is this not a wonderful commercial for this game? All of it perfectly set up until just every single person is critting, despite the fact that we have under 30% chance crit for all these characters. And guess what we're not going to get on Shadar? We're definitely not going to get our second out of 4. No, we're going to have 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 successful attempts at application with Shadar. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that on him today. Well, at least they actually let us, like, not crit every single turn so we could get other people whacked instead. But we do need a little bit of, hopefully I can hit, yeah. All I want is more Doom. I'm actually going to do this just to try and get crits out there so that they're all able to... Nope, now we're not getting any crit. Now that we're trying to boost their turn meter so that Zantara doesn't just come out and one-hit wonder Renara again, now we're not going to get any crits. See, that's actually something that can't be AI because it's too smart. It's like too smart for it to be AI. Now we're going to go ahead and put this on Mordoom and finish Zantara. Yeah, like at least an hour. At least an hour. It's nowhere near fun enough content to be something that they should want us spending an hour on every day. It's just... yeah. A game mode that hurts the experience of your players should not be the thing that they spend the most time on. Almost done. Let's go ahead and save it. It was fun until I had a second team near max. Yeah. Hard mode is bonkers. Well, at least we'll have Mordoom pretty high up there. Really stinks when you get basically no one with additional turn meters, so all you're kind of working with is extra cooldowns, but with no shields. I don't know if that's worth it most of the time. All right. Oh, no. F's in the chat. Oh my gosh. We're going to show off this dude's runes here real quick, just so you can understand what I'm talking about. This is the hardest match we're going to have this entire time. Look at these runes. We have a 267 Slinger, but it is not his fastest speed set. Because we have a 283 Mordoom. These are, by the way, these are all matched on set, by the way. He had like Tenacity set over there, Health set over here on his Hard Orc, and a Health set over here on his Slinger. Shadar is also not mixed, and guess whether or not there's a potency primary on that. With a 253 Shadar, 231 Kyra, because you gotta use crit damage runes on somebody, right? That's this dude's mods. You do not have this guy in your tower. I don't want anybody complaining to me. If I can do it, you can do it. This guy's mods are terrifying. There are a couple notables who are basically as bad, but nothing compares to this dude. He's getting like a serious plug for me right now. I wonder if I want to use Ember or not. Or do I want to like try and throw someone like Hilda who's got a little boosted turn meter in there? We're at least going to try. Like my Soleus half the time, he will not survive through the second turn. He will be ability blocked and just totally wrecked and not even be able to heal himself on his second turn with boosted turn meter. It's awful. We're going to go ahead and give this to Ember just so she can get a little action on. I get a little torn between who you actually want out of these two. With the changes, I do feel like you want to take more Doom. Just because if Soleus does die, because I'm fully okay with Soleus dying if it means getting through this battle. That's how bad it is. We're going to go ahead. This essentially nets out for the most part. But as you can see, my Ember, who with the speed boost, basically could not catch up. Unfortunately, wow, you know what? I should actually not. Maybe, let's see. If I can get her fast enough with her speed boost there, we might actually be able to get her to stun Shadar, which would be huge. Can anyone get in? See, that's what I'm talking about. Look at all these boost people have, and they cannot catch up to his Shadar. That's how bad this is. This is basically like my second best sets of runes is on this team. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to put it on Nightiel. I'm going to try putting the speed on Nightiel because I think that will, one, it'll slow down Ember so that he will go after Hard Orc so that it won't, the stun won't get dispelled. And then also so that Nightiel will be able to have a chance to come in and ability block someone as well. Because it's like you can't even go at this with like the same strategy every time because you're going to have different turn meters working with different characters and you can't just like go in with one strat. Okay, now of course we're getting no crits and come on, stun. Thank you. Gotta take down Kyra. Come on, big wallop. Thank you. La. Okay, and thankfully we're about to put everyone back under invis right before. The unfortunate part is he's definitely gonna shellac our Soleus with Curse here. When he comes around. Oh, I definitely should have gone after Shadar with that first hit. I don't know what I was doing, but hey, it's something. He's going to boost everyone. I need to take out Hard Orc before he gets... Gosh! See, I just haven't done anything. His Shadar has taken 2 turns before any of my characters have been able to touch his basically completely taken care of team. Like... This guy is the worst. Like his runes are literally so good that in his place, I would feel bad for people that I did not like in this game actually putting my best runes on that team, and I would not do it. I would simply not have the runes he has on his team on there out of moral obligation to the community. That's how bad. That's how bad they are. Wouldn't it be funny if these like little summons were able to finish me off? We're just trying to save all the turn meter for everybody, or not the turn meter, the cooldowns for although I definitely should have used it with more Doom there. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just like relieved to be past that level with like 3 mages completely intact, because that does not always happen. Let's go ahead and, of course, we only applied like a couple. Like, I don't know, this potency is just terrible or something with me, I guess. I know there's no demons over here, but still. Although I guess the tenacity for those demons is probably the same as his Mordoom. All right. Well, at least Cruel was relatively high up there. I've gone at this team 8 to 10 times sometimes. Yeah, just so, well, and it's actually not a bad idea. Well, so Danger giving him the buff is just like a fool's errand. I've never had Solia survive while trying to get through it. Giving him the buff, not giving him the buff. Let's see. This guy I don't think is too rough. Yeah, I think his runes are like not crazy good. Yeah, his runes are pretty rough. It's crazy how I like start remembering people's names and like, oh, do they have good runes? No. Yeah, like look, his Mordoom's under 200 speed. Nah. The worst, we just got over the worst hurdle, and the YouTube gods have given us mercy, and not made it just an irrecoverable affair. It's totally, if you want to play like long-term oriented, doing what your guildie is doing and just making it so he can take care of tower until he's got tower done. Like it can kind of set back your teams, because here's the nice thing. Like I was talking about this at the beginning, toward like basically around like floor 10, we're actually gonna start seeing Solius teams again, and it's gonna become pretty easy to get done. It just, whenever you get it so much harder earlier and you have fewer easy teams to prep the turn meter on, that's the thing that to me actually makes it pretty hard. We definitely want to ability block. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of Renara, just so that we can do whatever we want with whoever we want to take care of and don't have to worry about her making life hard for us. Problem is Kyra was so low on turn meter and couldn't get out in front of Shadar. I might have to essentially, like, she might be my, like, a first turn sacrifice. I'm definitely going to at least put ability block to reduce the amount of AoEs going out here. But it might be the smarter idea just to, because Renara is always who they go after. And of course with these teams too, with Hard Orc, you basically just have to pray that it's not the debuff immunity that the Tromgar gets rid of. Go ahead and whack them. We can AoE because no demon lead. So I want to try and like take care of... Yeah, I figure just go ahead and take care of Mordoom, because I think Renara's got one more turn under the curse. Man. And see, here's where like it can all go down the drain just because like they take out Renara. And of course Renara was basically at full turn meter whenever that happened. Try to go ahead and slow down a Hard Orc just so he's not as much a pain in the butt. Not putting out all those ability blocks. And oh, this is way smoother sailing than yesterday. Yesterday was absolutely awful. Yeah, she'll have enough time to come back around on that. We'll be using basics. But guys, see, isn't this like the most fun thing? What made me beat Tower was on my team had great first turn abilities, right? Never had the resource for second team, made Tower easier to put, right, yeah. Yep, no, like, Danger, what you're talking about, particularly for a free-to-play, is not a bad way to go. Just kind of, like, keep all of your other teams at like a minimum requirements for the various legendaries that are out there. And then just only like put your like tower team up and keep your overall low so that you're not really facing a lot of rough teams. Especially if you have Zera, because she's so great for climbing. Between having like an ability block first turn, putting all that crap to mess up the tanks, by far the best leader for climbing. I was hoping we actually wouldn't kill him there because all our turn meter boosters and Mordoom are all at the bottom. It's not ideal. Oh, guys, we're going. We're going. It's close. I'm even going to flash that auto button for y'all. Oh, and Sahuro. So this is actually my Arena Shard Discord manager. His runes are not that great, but for whatever reason, he's always a pain in the butt. Not nearly anything compared to Work for Beers. We can look around. These are runes that are a joke by comparison, but his Tromgar in particular never gets debuff immunity on him. Zeralee would have wrecked your strategy. How's that? If she'd been on your team, or if she'd been on all the enemies' teams you've been facing in Tower? I may or may not have to switch Hard Orc in here for somebody. I don't even know who it would be. Oh, enemies. Oh, yeah. If Zera had been having all the, I'd way rather, because if there's a Slinger lead out there, Slinger lead, I can throw in like the demons, like Venomade, do like the Kyra Wombo combo. I can throw in goblins and at least like take out enough of their characters that I can finish easy with my Zera team and be comfortable. Way, 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 way worse. Way worse going up against Zera teams. See, we are again gonna at least get the ability block here to cut down the overall amount of. I really need Zera to get out in front of Shadar here, or get really far behind him or something. I don't know. Or actually, I actually might cook it this first turn. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put a hit out. Let's slow down Shadar. Do not get rid of that debuff immunity. And I'm going to have to wait one more turn, but Shadar is going to boost us up. We're going to move forward that way, and we'll be okay. Just need... Let's go ahead and AoE. Of course, Zera dodged. It's a shame we couldn't get Renara in there, because again, Renara is the person that is the real like lose condition, if you will, for this team, because if you get rid of her, you can't use her to summon her, to revive herself back. You're just kind of EF'd. Yeah, exactly. Do not kill my Renara. I think we'll just plan on trying to control such a butt. Oh my gosh, dodge. How are these people dodging this much? 2% is a lie. So you're drinking 2%. Is it because you think you're fat? You could drink whole milk if you wanted. $10 points to Gryffindor if you can, if you remember that reference. Didn't even need to do that, really, but I know we're going to have a little time here since literally every summon he brought out was a healer. But yeah, Zero, that's the only way I can survive, man. It's the only way to survive in this game. If you're not overthinking it, you're just asking to get whomped. I'm in a glass cage of emotions. Bet you I can throw this football over the mountains over there. Uncle Rico. I haven't seen that movie in like 15 years, and I can still quote a ton of stuff. This is a 3-turn. I don't want this to take forever. Yep, more than... Oh, yeah. Oh, pretty much my whole climb is Zeralee, but I thankfully, except for freaking... I work for Beer's team, I get pretty much Zera teams with a few Slinger teams. I'm like worried because it's been too easy. Like, we haven't had the situation where we've just gotten royally screwed over for like 12 attempts. Break the wrist, walk away. You're just jealous of all the, well, what does he say? Like, you're just jealous of all the hot chicks I've been talking to, like, chatting with, like, online all day. And then, like, at the end, it is, like, some, like, model-looking chick who comes out. Yes. See, this is another rough, see, I actually do fine with him in my, I mean, obviously this is Arena Shard. I do actually fine with him in Arena, but he has some good mods. He has some good mods, except for his Tromgar. For whatever reason, that's why I climb him so easy, is because he doesn't have any resistance on his Tromgar, or not tenacity at all on his Tromgar. So, let's go on in. There's like 2 people that I pretty much climb on every day, and this is one of those dudes, unless it just doesn't work out that way. Tina, you fat lard, come get your dinner. It was just such an obnoxious movie. But thankfully, Kyra will be done, and we should be able to invis everybody for first turn, which is nice. So basically, we're just waiting for Hardwork not to do it. Oh, Danger, you would love seeing Zera. Of course, no ability block there. I'm not going to be that picky. We may need to be, but I'm not going to force it. Trying to think. I think I have to do this. Something that's going to... Well, he's going to get a decent amount of turn meter coming at him. I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, because I want to have him out. Good, we got Zera out at least. We'll go ahead and have her do that to get rid of the AoE situation. And then, good, debuff immunity still out there. Now we got to go after our girl Kyra. We'll go ahead and slow Zera down here, and we'll just have to throw everything else at Kyra. Stunnity-doo-dah. But the problem is we can't just stunnity-doo-dah because we got freaking Hardwork coming around trying to ruin our day. Get her done. That's right. You'll have to forgive my occasional Southern references because I did some time. There. Dang it. I was really hoping we could get to him before that ability block. It's alright. And also, how hard would it be to fix the UI so that whatever the active characters, like, graphics was in front of, like, the health bars of the other people so you could see how much health they have? Don't you dare kill my Renara, not after this has gone so smooth. Not after you ability block my healing minion. Give me something. Do I have enough time? I'm just not worried. Even if he is a butt here and gets his taunt off, we'll just eat a couple stuns if we have to, and it'll get gotten rid of. Of course, everyone literally has 3 stuns in a row. Check it. 3% chance for those of you guys keeping track at home. 3% chance of that happening, but that's how AI works. 30%, 3% is 30%. Doink. Guys, the fates may have smiled on me today because, you know, it actually takes me a lot longer to do this on BlueStacks because just feel like your finger reactions are so much faster, I think, than like having to like move the mouse around and click. Like I can so considering that the time like actually like streaming, this probably would have taken me like an hour flat if this continues at this rate. But overall, I hopefully the peeps, and see on floor 10, we say, I mean, we get, it's sure it's like the most pain in the butt comp you could see, but and it is speed tuned because I get this sometimes pretty much, but basically Freezard is the one you can go after Nightiel. So after Cruel. Usually what I try and do on these teams is actually just curse Cruel before she comes around. And that way, the amount of times that she's going to be invising people is way less frequent. Yeah. Trust me, I work for beers has taken a year off my life. Just that dude alone. A year. I think I want to make sure we let's just go ahead for Nightingale for our kind of like our target that does work within, and then we're gonna go ahead and curse her. Because I like to go after Freezard once I actually have the invisibility going. I think I'm actually just... I'm going to go with the invisibility, do a little damage here. Are we going to get that out in time? No, so we're just going to go ahead and finish her. No funny business. What this is going to do is it's going to make it so that initially they are going to get undercover, but it's way better long term to have the Cruel that way. And we can just focus on Soleus for a couple turns. It's not like we don't have to kill him anyway. It's not like he doesn't do anything. So the main thing is just not getting Renara wrecked. But somehow the healer has like the worst health in the game, or out of this team, which is not true. Because Kyra has way worse health, Shadar has way worse health, but she always gets targeted because that means it's more frustrating. And maybe you'll pay more money on this game that's spending most of its time pissing you off with its highest time requirement content. There's so many reasonable fixes for Tower, and just for whatever reason, they're just... And some of them, like some of these fixes, like I know a little bit of coding stuff, not for software development, and so I always check myself there and understanding that I'm not like an expert in that, but I do understand like some of these concepts. I'm like, if you coded this way, this would actually be a very easy, quick fix, assuming you did any kind of normal coding. And it's still, so it's not even completely that like they don't have time, because some of these are clearly high value. We're just gonna freaking go ahead and Ugh. Go ahead and invis. Please kill her. How did that not kill her? Why are you a pain in the butt? Hey, she killed herself. Good. Okay. We'll do it this way instead. Thankfully, the stun came off. Sometimes you actually have to hold off on Freezard, because if you bring him back from his first cheat death, he like loses all of his stuff, which I don't know how that works. I've never come back from the dead, but that seems a little odd. I feel like if my leg was broken and then I came back from the dead, my leg would still be broken. I would not miraculously be in like peak physical fitness shape. So for me, Zero, my quality of life, I'm just like, first of all, these side rooms are basically as hard as anything I climb most of the time. And so for me, I'm just like, I know I will get hard mode done faster if I don't do these side rooms, because I will lose faith. It's completely up to you. If you want to spend the time to get the extra rewards, do it. You're probably not going to be able to even do it on floor 9. Just realistically, you're probably not going to be able to do it at all. You're not going to be able to do the floor 9 side rooms, which again doesn't even make sense. They're not completable based on what they're giving us. Even if you do like cook all the turn meter and everything, it's. But floor 6 is more achievable, because that's more of like a floor 4 difficulty ish. Oh man, we'll have fun with the 12th floor if we get another Soleus team there. Just like throw goblins at it on auto, and like take bets or something on how we think it's gonna go. Okay. What we gonna do? We ain't got no Cruel. We're definitely gonna have to save the Invis initially, because Lil Baddie's gonna rain on our parade. Just go ahead and hurt Nadiel. And we can try to ability block him. Cool. Totally cool. Thank you for not countering me with your 30% chance and 70% chance to apply slow. Stunny doo-doo-da. Yay. This is going easy. See, if this was what tower was every time, it wouldn't even be a huge deal, but it would be boring. So you don't just want to make it boring. And you don't want to make it crazy, crazy hard. But right now, we have it crazy, crazy hard and boring. Let's go. Go ahead and save it. Oh, we are so close to the finish line, you guys. Freaking 5 months. 5 months of attempts. I've never seen a quality of life thing like that locked behind a 5-month participation gate of like something that takes this long. If it was like log in for like 365 days straight, you'd be like, okay, that takes a second, you know, to go and do. But this is like over a week of time. A week's hours worth of time that you are spending to not have to do it again. Like, that's the reward, that you don't have to do it again. Let's go. All right, so who do we want? Who do we want to auto with them? Do we want to auto the gobbies? Or gobbies that'll get whooped? Oh no. Why? What? This guy is in my guild. What is this? I know he's a whaley whale, but come on, man. You gotta represent. You can't throw a Shadar out here without freaking full runes. What are we gonna do? Send in goblins? The problem is the Zeralead's gonna mess with Kyra. Won't throw it completely on auto. We will grab Kyra here. Won't throw it completely on auto, but once we get to the point to where we have Invis up, I'll throw it on auto, and then we'll probably have to clean up, realistically. Unless these runes were not great. We might be okay. Okay, who do we want to smack? Ember's in this team. I'm so confused. When you're this guy, you don't have to care about how you do in arena, though. Okay. Oh, of course, dodged. Our one dodge, if we do 50 attacks, right? That's the only dodge we're going to have this whole time, right? Oh, yeah. Give me that combo. Let's go ahead. Just go ahead and do it. We can't have the counterattack go out, but he's going to get enough other actions like that I don't even care none. Get rid of his butt. Thank you. All right. It's auto time. Do your thing. Do what you want to do, Gabbies. Yeah, see, I know more than the opening line of that. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's still an oldie but a goodie. Oh, my Frankless goblins. Where was that little dude going after the little minion? Wouldn't it be funny if we had, like, everyone was dead except the piggies and the summons? They could just go at it? That would be hilarious. In case you guys weren't watching with, me and Dragon Law Gaming going live the other day. Myself, so we're still locking down the last member of the crew. We have a few peeps we're kind of talking to. But it's going to be me, Dragon Law Gaming, Zaries Mobile Gaming, Mythic X, Hell Hades, Salt, and Starco Gaming. And again, we're at 8th that we're locking down. And we are going to be doing a like fantasy sports style like tournament where we are going to like pick people. Literally, I've been doing tests. I'm almost positive we're going to have to ban Zera as a pick. We may or may not include Kiri. Probably will include Kiri. But we will almost certainly have to ban Zera. I've tried doing like a mock and doing some reasonable team comps, but basically it'll be max gear. Auto run unlocked. Get out. Get out. All right. You know what, guys? It's Tower Day, so we're going to reset this. We're going to do hard, and we are going to... Oh, man. That feels good. That feels freaking good. Anyway, look forward to that. It should be something, but for the most part, it shouldn't be too bad. But I would like to do a live draft. We got people from a few different time zones all around the world, so not sure if that's going to work out or not. But definitely keep an eye out for that. I would love to do like a live draft and just like stream that and have people like come in and check it out. But definitely look forward to those tournament matches coming around. I have other than Salt and Starco, I've done stuff with all these other guys before. They're great guys, and just from my chats with the other guys, they seem pretty cool too. So I'm excited just to kind of like get more like content creator like collab fun stuff happening, because as if you know me, it's pretty much all it's pretty much all instructional, not a ton of like funds. But yeah, since it changes fans. I was trying not to make that too overt, but anywho, thanks guys for coming in and celebrating with me, as we never ever have to do Tower again, and that does not mean that I will stop on my mission to trying to push the devs to please give some way of clearing Tower more quickly, so that once Battleground comes around here in the next couple weeks, we haven't had that lockdown for sure, but I'm just kind of feeling that's the timeline. Another couple weeks here, maybe sooner, who knows. But definitely within it's pretty much max. It's figuring out matchmaking currently is kind of where we're actually hung up. Just kind of dialing in the ranges for THP and stuff. Operationally, the game works fine. But and just also like the length of game and how you want the length of the game to be determined. That's all the stuff we're working on right now. But you want Tower to be done with by the time you have Battlegrounds, and you're adding another chunk of time to your day. Well, if you just have the auto button, you just essentially replace your Tower time with that, and it's way better. So you guys are all cool in my book. By the way, I am working on setting up my own Discord server. I've had enough people ask that I've decided to go ahead and do it, and so I'm working on building it right now. But I'll be posting a link in the DC Discord, and I'm sure some of my other content creator buddies will help pass that link around whenever we have it. But thank you for coming in and joining, and I will see you nerds next time.